What is up, guys? This is ChrisRoy739, and today this video is about the swords. And what I mean by the swords, I mean the new cards from the Cloud set, the Sword of the Spirit and Everyman Sword. Now, when I went to Nationals just a few days ago, these two cards just were universally good in every single deck. And I'm about to show you why. Now we have this little circle, and I'm about to explain how this works. Let's start with the Sword of the Spirit. You may negate and discard an evil multi-brigade or orange card in play or set-aside area. The reason why this card is so good is because of what I've always talked about is the diversity of this card, of what it works with. One, it's multi, which means it's multi. It can be played by any hero. And because it's a weapon, it's even more diversified with Old Testament, both offense and defense, being raised up, which means weapons are always better. And one thing that Old Testament offenses have forever struggled with, universally, is orange. And having a card that literally just says weapon, that says negate and discard and multi-brigade or an orange card, is just amazing. So that's the universal reason why. But the three main cards that I want to point out are the main reason why this is good is Foreign Wives, the Serpent, and Simon the Magician. The Serpent, and let's start with Foreign Wives. You go for a rescue attempt with Throne. You draw a ton of cards, and you go for a rescue attempt. They block with Foreign Wives. You come back next turn. You draw Sword of the Spirit. You just drop it on one of your kings and do the exact same thing, and you go again, and you get to draw all those cards and have the great big banning chain. Or if you have, let's say, the Serpent, and this usually doesn't happen this way, but you know, sometimes it does. You're going in for that last rescue, and they want to not only kill you but also play the Serpent. So they play the Serpent, and you're able to pull out that Sword of the Spirit and just negate and discard it. Also, or he has to place it down into, this is the more likely scenario. He has too many cards in his hand. He's been drawing too much. He lays down the Serpent. All right, this is my chance. Lay down Sword of the Spirit on any of my warrior class heroes and just go for rescue attempt and get this pesky card out of the way. Or let's say they have a Magician out, or a really, really great Magician right now because everybody's rolling Old Testament, Simon the Magician, and they put on Magic Charms. Oh no, what am I going to do? I don't have Angel, I already used it. I don't want a second coming it. Let's pull out Sword of the Spirit and discard him in territory. It's an amazing card. And those are the three main reasons why, is because Foreign Wives, the Serpent, and Simon the Magician are so good, and there's so many other cards that are so good that just get absolutely destroyed by Sword of the Spirit because of its diversity in the Old Testament and the New Testament way. Now let's go down the other way. You thought I might go for a circle all the way, but I want to do that at the very end for the grand finale, alright? Let's look at Everyman Sword. Exactly the same, basically. You may discard a multi-brigade good or evil card. Okay, so it does half of this ability too. It's an amazing card. But it's only 2/2 instead of the 5/2, which I think is pretty fair. Now, Old Testament defenses are even more prevalent than, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Warrior class evil characters are more prevalent in the meta, right? In the game, not even the meta, just in the game and working well, than warrior class heroes in the offense. So this card is doubly as good for that reason. And then you have a strange sit combos with this, like the random, let me see if I can say this right, Rabshakeh, which is weapon class enhancements used by Rabshakeh, cannot be negated or discarded during battle. So your opponent goes for a rescue attempt with Moses, okay, I'll just run in with my Everyman Sword with Rabshakeh. It's an amazing card. Or opponent goes for a rescue attempt with Joshua, son of Nun, and Captain, and you just go, oh, I'll just have 11 defense and negate and discard Joshua. So it's just discard. Sorry, it doesn't say negate. So that's just an amazing combo just right there. And there's so many more. I didn't want to pull them all out, but there's so many more amazing combos with Everyman's Sword for the defense. And because Moses and Joshua, Son of Nun, and cards like it in the multi-brigade are so prevalent, it makes this an amazing good card. Also, Everyman's Sword says discard a evil card. So you can discard their Colosseum or their Fortress or their Jericho or any of these three that we talked about. It's amazingly diversified and it has that flexibility. And in my first card review, that's what we talked about, was what makes a card just extremely powerful and good is how many ways it can be used and how many things it can span. So that's why these two are so good. Now I want to tell you the full circle. The thing that makes this a full circle is Captain of the Host. And they made a promo, a special border promo, or almost borderless. I would call it a special border promo at Nationals of Year of this captain. You know why? Because of these two cards. Because it can go in with Joshua, Son of Nun, and can play this to negate the withdraw all heroes, to negate, or it can be its combo can be destroyed by Everyman's Sword. It's because these two balance out this card, but with these three, it creates an entirely new game. It makes all of these cards good. Without one of these three, the card is not that good, because this would not be as prevalent, because this doesn't really have a combination. If this wasn't active, this would be still really good, but not nearly as good against this. And if this was out, the entire defense would be out of whack and behind. But with the trinity of this, Everyman's Sword goes to Rabashak to get rid of these two, which goes into Captain to kind of balance it out, to play Sword of the Spirit, which wrecks all of these. And it just goes in a constant circle over and over and over. So just to get a long, quick look at each of these cards, we have the Sword of the Spirit, Everyman's Sword, the Rabashake, and to represent many other combos of the warrior class New Testament, such as he also represents Naaman and any of the Philistines. Then we have Moses, Joshua, Son of Nun, the Captain of the Host, Simon the Magician, the Serpent, and Foreign Wives. I hope you guys liked this card review. I thought it was really cool to kind of show the full circle here and to visualize it for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit a like below, share this video out to the world, and I'll try and catch you guys around next time. This is Chris Roy signing off, and I'll see you guys around.